very threatening.
Yeah, pretty scary. Let's see what Beryl does want to follow up with. He does love his Leona, and that is going to be the choice. Was hovered by Life, but then Life decided, no, I'd rather play the Nautilus. I feel like if the Leona was picked, then the Nautilus would be picked, but now the Nautilus was picked, so the Leona was picked on the other side. Just, you know, not the largest pool in the support role after so many were banned away. All of that coming back to us here at the LCK playoffs as we're just about ready for game number 1. Let's hop onto the Rift and start off the LCK playoffs.
We'll collectively be a little bit disappointed in it, and
it's
we do have the unfortunate confirmation that it is.
It's pretty good, you know. It's not 13-0, but we'll take the 12-0, and now Rascal might have to flash. I don't think he will, actually, as now another level 2, actually, from the side of DRX on the bottom side. Life not really going to respect that, looking for their own level 2, and he will have to flash himself.
Favorable summoner trade here towards the bot side of the map, but at the same time, Rascal, yes.
That's what Maokai sounds like.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah. Viper is going to get locked into here as Beryl will force this flash out. Once again, just Beryl's out in force, man. He's going to force 2 flashes early on. This guy is just inevitable with probably a whip, assuming he... Oh, okay. Just going to go for the pickaxe. As now, DRX is going to get started here on this dragon. Life does spot it, but Life will find his way down to the bottom side as Kingen teleports back in and is already taking a trade here that Rascal did not really respect, as now he's running into the enemy jungle, just trying to get away. And he might even be able to get a back off, as Rascal will have to, yeah, he's just going to get a back off. Yeah, Kingen not able to get on top of him.
Might have a 3v3 here. Do know the power of paranoia.
It's a bit late, though. I mean, they're just going to smite it away. Thumbs up from Rascal as he does get rooted down. Zeka's got an opportunity here, but the paranoia comes in. Only gets the knockup of the Pop Blossom here on Zeka, who does get the sweep, but it's more of a disengaging one. You see Humble Life Esports a little bit cautious again.
As Rocco going in here.
Yeah, Kingen not really scared. He's got some backup here. Life with the depth charge. That's first blood. As it seems like Croc was not expecting quite the extra guy to be there.
Kingen not able to match that even with the early whip, as Beryl is here.
Yeah, Zeka gonna get the 1 dash away, but can't chain it in. The flash comes through, paranoia as well, and flash out of Zeka isn't enough as the damage is there. Fate just gonna throw a Q over the top and picks up a kill onto his opposing mid laner.
And Zeka sidestepping as much as he could there, but not going to be enough. Definitely gonna go, teleport coming in.
Yeah, there we go. Grizzly looking to set this one up as Life is going to miss the hook, and it's smote away by Grizzly, who will take this down. Pop Blossom only hitting the Renekton as they're trying to burst down Kingen, and they should be able to. They finally do get there, but it's so much use all into the Renekton, and that is going to be the follow-up win in the fight to the side of Humble Life Esports as Life is thinking about it, but the rest of the team will call it off, allowing them to win the fight. Is now Beryl. He is Leona with the clips, but there are 3 members. We do have the equalizer now coming down. DRX looking for a follow-up, but Beryl is going to get away. A big sweep is going to catch Rascal, and there's nobody to help him here as he is doing an insane amount of damage into Life, but it's still a dead Rumble right before the Drake fight.
And if DRX lose this Drake, are able to play around waves. Like, look at the CS leads that have been built up just from mid-game because DRX are dropping so much more waves to try and force his Beryl.
Well, speaking of forcing, he's dead. Inevitably, he will go in, I guess, as now Kraka will follow the same extremely disjointed fight here from the side of DRX, and Humble Life Esports are like, I guess we'll just kill you then, and we will take this Drake as well. Because they're not in position for it. DRX really trying to make a play for this as they're going to go in onto Beryl here once again. Not always the best choices. Grizzly is just dead. I guess that was the opening they were looking for, as Kingen is winning this 1v1 against the Rumble. And will feel pretty good about that, at least. And that they will. It is a 4v5, maybe looking for a turn as well onto Zeka, who does identify it, gets away for now, but can't really get away from Krako, who's just going to fear you, clicks onto the portal, and they are going to stop the Baron on this one, but Zeka is absolutely dead. That's a shutdown now for Krako, who picks up that gold. A strong game so far.
Really has. As Kingen is Renekton.
Pressing our buttons now. Here comes Kingen. He is going to go into his stopwatch. He's very far ahead of the team, as now Nature's Grasp does come out, and a couple of zoning ultimates, question mark?
Ooh, that means that DRX can get for the Drake. I love this response from Hololive. Immediately, we can't go for the team fight. Don't want to give DRX the Dragon.
With this Paranoia, will be in position. Barrel's going all the way over as they look to potentially turn onto him. Now he is quite far ahead as the teams are struggling with their usage of the Hextech gates today. Barrel gonna flash on in once again onto the Sivir and be denied as now the depth charge comes in onto Rascal, who is in a lot of trouble. Has the stopwatch, and that's a big stop on him. They have the angle onto Viper, but Viper will kite it out and he will survive, and that should be that. POG has to go 1v4. Can he do it? Not in the face of this giant Renekton, as Kingen will take him out, and that should be the Baron here to Hololive Esports. A little bit scared themselves to actually push on in here. It seems like they have sniffed out that DRX are going to go in. Speaking of which, Barrel going to press his buttons. The equalizer is good. The Nocturne gets in, but a stopwatch is there. They take out life, though, and the damage is enough, but this Renekton once again, Kingen just layering, and Zeka is unaffected the entire time. Just shelling damage from the mid lane, picks up a triple kill, and they get Viper, but they don't take out Zeka or Kingen, who will now push the mid lane.
And even with Viper, doesn't have sums, ends up going down. This is the problem with the Hololive comp. Who do you think is easier to kill? Because I think both of them just 1v2 Barrel.
As Barrel is going to get caught here, we do have the Sivir ultimate used, and Barrel just trying to run away, as meanwhile they can't get past Renekton, as Kingen is going to zone them, but he's taking so much free damage, has a GA. Pop Blossom alone does pretty much nothing, as Kingen buys the time here on the backside. Might have to pay for it with his life, as POG at least will take that, and the damage out of the Rumble is actually pretty huge. And now, Grizzly making his way back in. We do get the GA as POG is trying his damnedest, but it will not be quite enough as Rascal goes for a little dance there at the end. But it should be Hextech Soul or maybe just the game here for Hololive Esports.
And if POG, you know, got surprised by the Asu, nails that flash, then maybe he kills that's it. He kills Viper, and then the team unfortunately still would not be able to get it done. Hololive, it's nothing flashy, but it's good gameplay here early on. They weather some of the pressure that DRX tries to put up, and take a pretty decisive game number one.
Try to take out Zeka here right at the end, but Hololive Esports will take the extra kills and move on with their lives. Game number one.
Never really got to see that.
Yeah. You know, we were giving Barrel a lot of credit early on. Some of the plays he was making around the map was great. He was doing Lahens-esque stuff, and a lot of the success in the early games for KT does come from that. Yeah, it does feel like, though, first blue side draft from DRX falls a little bit flat. And Zeka just going to pull out his Yone here for this game. Just going to rely on the Maokai for any amount of AP damage on the team. Make them hurt on the side of Hololive Esports. Otherwise, you might be in a bit of trouble. Here we go, guys. We're hopping on the rip for game number 2.
But if you don't pass the bar test, Hololive is just a menace to take down because they're just
the bar exam.
Yeah, you have to pass. Well, it's more like, you know, the ride, and you have to be this tall to pass. As Rascal doing what Kingen did to him early. Here. And should probably fine though. It's going to wait it out. Should still be in experience rate. Might have to give up some creeps, but not going to be too bothered about that.
He does have dash, but
they will not spot Grizzly, but he does see that the camp has not been taken yet. And I don't know about Grizzly being able to contest this. Although Fate should be coming over.
Force this one. The smite is not good. Croco in a lot of trouble here, and Fate makes his way over, but maybe able to charm down Grizzly? No, it's just the first blood given over to Zeka with red buff now, as he is flashing in with Q3. He's looking for the kill on the Fate. Will force the flash out of him as well.
I thought I know that he wasn't spotted, but I think that as
there is Rascal in a lot of trouble. Doesn't go for the flash himself and forces the one out of Rascal. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Well, Rascal might die, as he does not have a leap strike. He is going to walk out of the route. And we did have the Yone Zeka moving his way. Oh, Croco, didn't you learn the first time? Don't try to steal the enemy Raptors. It's not safe.
Viper is ahead of POG here.
Yeah, I mean, they're collapsing. Hololive Esports getting ready. Okay, he's going to knock him over the wall. As here we go, the Nature's Grasp already moving in. Grizzly getting in position as the Paranoia. Can they take this one away? Grizzly will go down, but the wombo combo is huge in the pit as they will finally take out Rascal. It does take them quite a while, but it's already 2 kills here. And it will be 3 as they can feed this one to Viper as well. And it is disaster for DRX as HLE Esports say thank you for the free wombo combo. And they set it up beautifully.
Yeah, I'm already left looking for angles. 11 minutes into a game, as in we go.
Right, it's Nocturne, but guess what? Grizzly's here, as do they have the damage to even get through the World Ender? Doesn't look like they can, as the immediate follow-up comes from the Nature's Grasp. We do have double teleport as Zeka will take 1. He will take the second with the help of Grizzly, as he will go down to Fate, who also TP'd in, but again, it's still a win here to the side of HLE Esports.
Still going to be very favorable here, as you mentioned. Double flash used as well here on either side in his lane. And as, King might be dead here. Big shutdown.
Yeah, looks like he should be, as the charm does come in. Counter-strike as well, and they give that gold over to Rascal, who will looks to come back in the lane with that shutdown.
Really need that. If you don't get that kill, I think the game might just snowball from there. Doing Zeka a huge favor there. Having not too bad a trade as in they go.
Trying to go in onto Grizzly, only has the Demonic Embrace. They've got Kingen, though, on the top side, who immediately is there. The Magnet Storm comes in, and Beryl, yes, he is going to get another knockup, but immediately dies. Rascal is in there alone versus 4, as Fate is trying desperately to help out, but he's just getting into a rough spot himself, as Rascal will eventually go down. They do take down Grizzly, but again, these fights are looking very desperate.
Isn't happening. As Viper, clean timing there. I don't know if that's going to be enough to save him, though.
Yeah, Podok's got a great angle here where the feathers aren't really... He's got some more feathers down, though. The root comes down, and the feathers from the Feather Storm weren't enough, but he gets enough autos in, and now Peril's in a rough spot, has to flash away. As Krako, now he says, okay, I will read the book, as there is the stun, and a kill is fed over to King, and once again, Krako also has to flash. This game is a mess. Okay, going in onto Zaya, trying to force something, I suppose. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt at this point.
Coordination?
Is coming in, maybe? Paranoia, Krako's like, never mind. Okay, now they're gonna go in a massive counter-strike out of that backline. Didn't even see the Jacks coming in as they catch HLE Esports totally off guard. And finally, we have a good fight here from the side of DRX. Charm lands, and Fate says, I will not go quietly in this game. You will read my book. And he is 3-0-5, and DRX get this Drake. Yeah, we're talking about Zonya's. We're getting that second item here for Fate. He has 10 stacks on a Dark Seal, too. Hasn't died in this game. They do not know that a bunch of members of HLE are in this brush, as they're trying to collapse onto Zeka, and they might be able to burst him down, but no, he gets the ult off, and the turn on the Krako is really fantastic, as the gank brush comes through for HLE Esports, and they get this pick onto the enemy jungler.
Really well done there by Humba. Love this trap. With Nocturne, you're always going to try and look to collapse onto side lanes that are too far up.
Getting teleported on. There's also life up in the top side. Zeka, no ultimate available just yet, but the World Ender here. Kingen decides on it as, nope, just gonna hold it. Magnet Storm used. Triple Counter-Strike, and Rascal is gonna get flashed on here. The follow-up is there from the side of HLE Esports. Was looking a little bit slippery, but he does get taken out. Well, let's see if he can this time around. The turn is not really that great as Podok. There's the Paranoia. In goes Fate. He's got vision. Krako does not go in. And Beryl might just die. Has this ultimate ticking as now Podok trying to block with his shield, and it won't be quite enough as he just gets engaged upon anyway, and Kingen gets in there. Rascal tries to join, but it's a little bit too little too late. The stopwatches, the Zonyas are everywhere, but it doesn't quite matter as it is a decimation in favor of HLE Esports.
Get him taken down. And this is what I want to really highlight, is I think one of the big strengths for HLE is that they don't make mistakes like that, right? As we go back to this, as he did actually get Grizzly, so we were wrong. Krako, you were right. They do actually get the kill. They're on Rascal. with the flash investors from Life, making sure that they get the crash down combo. End up not being enough as we try and go for another fight. Why not?
Go Grizzly. This is an opportunity for DRX. They're trying to get on top of Viper. Doesn't have the Feather Storm. Has to flash out of this one as King and Zeka are quite strong, but it's the numbers advantage to the side of DRX that might do it. The counter-strike on a Viper is good. They get him down, but again, they have not dealt with Kingin, who is just swinging that sword around and taking down DRX bit by bit, and will push them out of this one. Rascal trying to take out Zeka, hops onto the ward, but the Yone just a bit too slippery. It looks like even the ult use here by Zeka, he wants the kill, but it might just end up being Grizzlies at this point as Kingin. Nice little angle, but that's his Ari, as this game once again has delved into madness.
Available. They are not able to immediately kill Miss Croco. Very straightforward. Grizzly does not have the synchronized back with his AD carry, so would be big. Stopwatch also, or Zonya's also here for Rascal. As I'm pretty sure that this is going to look at the flank position from King in here as well. They don't know where he is.
The damage is just huge. Not even having time, and the feathers are better than a smite. Nicely coordinated. In goes Barrel just to potentially die, as Life might as well. Gets isolated by the Ahri and the Nocturne. Barrel takes a lot longer. Kingin is very strong, but the damage here from POG, the bouncing blades are coming through. Viper's getting jumped on, but he stays alive, as that is huge. Would have been nice to have a stopwatch, wouldn't have, as POG is just going to get dove on and eventually does get taken out by huge burst damage on the side of Hanwha Life Esports.
And that is going to be the end of it, as Hanwha Life going to bring us to a 2-0 here. Fan Chance still catching me off guard on that one. And even the final Hail Mary, not going to be enough.
Yeah. Viper got taken out. Didn't matter, because POG just disappeared. Very quickly, Barrel's trying his best to try to clear the wave, but it is not. Oh, did kind of push them away from the turret. Is Kingin just going to go to the World Ender just to make sure? But yes, the turrets will go down. Croco will try his best, as the counter-strike not even good enough. Down will go the Nexus. It's 2-0 to the side of Hanwha Life Esports.
Get countered the way that happened in this game is not looking too hot. Fate, though, no notes.
Yeah.
You're doing great, my guy. He's trying his best. Most damage in the game.
He read the book. He made like a 15-page essay on that thing. He's going to give a presentation later on.
You have a very strong top side. You know I love me an R5 Malphite.
Yeah, it's got a pretty good lane into Cassante. I was thinking Ornn, especially because it's Kingin, just more reliable engage. They are considering the Poppy here, which doesn't really fit with the composition, but if these pieces will be enough to defeat what Hanwha Life have as a stacked draft in their own right. Let's hop onto the Rift for game number 3.
Neither of them are very strong right early on. Could provide some opportunity to go for a dive. We'll see if Hanwha Life actually sets up for that, or whether we're just going to get a swap here.
He is
I kind of like this.
To steal this.
They have no idea.
And the timing is going to work out. Croco's right here, lands the stun. Grizzly has the fear down, but it might just come down to a smite. He's going for it. He gets it and dies. First blood over to Croco.
And Croco has not had the best series, but this pathing works out huge.
Oh, nice little play from Barrel. Level 2 is picked up, but it is going to trade flashes with Viper, who will stay alive.
Still be fine when it comes to experience, because he was able to then get his own topside jungle. As take another look here.
우리 레드에 와드 받고 체크할게.
He's going to ward and check, basically, is what he said. He was calling for this as he was doing Wolves, so.
야, 잡았어!
Got him! With that kind of energy. Here is Barrel.
The cow!
Viper does not have flash. He is moving away from them, as they do have the Nocturne making his way down, but Croco is on top of Viper already, who looks to be going down pretty much for free. Grizzly's here, but it's way too late. Another kill into the hands of DRX.
Giving the kill over to POG there as well. Really like that.
Just gonna take out the ward. Might get
Fate
here. Oh, they're going over the wall. They're just trying to kill him here as the spell shield is there, but Grizzly cannot catch a break, and he is going to try desperately to survive, but he cannot do anything against the two of them, Fate and Croco.
Fate is TP as well.
In here looking to helicopter the Cassante away as now the Paranoia immediately in, trying to burst down the Rift Herald. Should be able to take it down, but it's not clean. And Beryl is zoning everybody with a Pop Blossom is huge as in goes Life as well, and everybody just gets womboed again. As this keeps happening, as POG as well is alone. No way to get away from Viper. The stun comes down and it's an ace 10.5 minutes in.
Just ends up getting taken out as we might try to gank Viper here, but there are a lot of reinforcements.
He's got Flash, still gets knocked up in a lot of trouble as Beryl, the cow, is tanking up the turret. Nearly dies actually on the backside of this, and Viper will be okay, but he did have to flash away from this one. The W coming through. Not going to hit Beryl. Stutter steps there just a bit.
And it's not end of the world for DRX. But one more like that, and it very well might be, as POG doesn't have any sums, no ults.
Yeah, he's just going to get stunned up. And unfortunately, this duck has swum his last river.
The performance that we need into this series, one of the reasons why the Cassante actually has done well into Poppy is because you can cancel it as here, Life, really nice Hex Flash. As, oh boy, Grizzly.
Yeah, he's going to get over the wall. Here's Zeka, and oh, they see him. The Paranoia comes through, and that should be enough Pop Blossom just for good measure, as we do have some action on the top side. The helicopter coming through, but he does deny it, and Fate's going to get this kill. Cassante tanks up a lot. Rascal finally goes down. As I don't think Fate has enough damage to take out Kingen, actually, so he's just going to run away.
Like, no. Yeah. Sitting on Merc Treads in a Lost Chapter, I don't think you're taking down Poppy.
Who is going to join up.
Yeah, I think you should just ult.
Oh,
as Croco making his way over. Teleport as well. Grizzly's here. No ultimate available.
Yeah, the teleport is in, and Viper is just left to the wolves, I guess. He's just going to ult the opposite way, and Life's like, I don't know, man. I'm just going to get out of here.
Oh, that might be Dragon. Second Dragon here would be big. Meanwhile, Zeka in mid. Using the Herald.
Yeah, just mid-turret down, just like that here for Game 3.
Now, it's really important that DRX were able to get... I don't know about this, Grizzly.
Yeah, he's pretty dead. This time the charm is going to come in. It takes him a while, though, and Beryl now in a rough spot. The game is getting down and dirty now, as they are way in the enemy jungle, are DRX, but they get the pick, and they will get out.
Which DRX have been very adamant about. That is not allowed this game. As we do have Life in deep trouble.
He's going to have to flash this wall, but the follow-up from Heartbreaker is free. Gets a shutdown as well, does the Viego. And I do not know what's happening in this game. They were looking for a long dive onto Rascal, but instead it ends up just being a Rel face-checking into Viego and Alice.
Life should be able to respond to threats as...
How does this keep happening?
Still going!
And Beryl's going to get very low, but it doesn't quite matter. He lives. Life is going to Magnastorm. Nothing. The Pop Blossom again, though, is huge. Zeka, now it's his turn to say, come on, guys. I got to carry you up. And he will be able to, in fact, as now finally the threats on the side of Homolife Esports come on over. Viper is given a free team fight to take everyone out. As Zeka, man, this guy already has my POG heart.
And no one is in position to respond. Rascal does have TP available. Fate is in the mid lane, but can POG and Barrow get her in time? Defensive TP to come through here from Kingen.
And the Baron damage is pretty slow, actually. The turn coming in from Kingen, just trying to zone away Croco at this point. The Paranoia as well, as he's just going to take the gate on in. The Pop Blossom not as good this time. The stopwatch, huge on the side of Fate, but already POG is down. And that might be enough, but they do take out T-Riz. And now the damage is coming through. Viper trying to rejoin this fight, but Beryl's going to deny him. Don't have that kind of damage. As now the W also going to miss. And the follow-up coming in here, as Kingen will be bullied by 4 members of DRX, and the Viego is beginning to pop off in a big way.
As did Kingen, as they're going to try and contest here.
All right, that's W reset. Zeka joining on in. He's got full health as well. Beryl trying his best, trying to zone away the Kaisa, and they should be able to take out Viper, but the damage from the Nico is huge. The Q comes in. Croco now in the chase, and they stopped the Baron, but could be a lot of gold over here to the side of DRX. Let's see what Zeka can do as a big Pop Blossom comes in, but Cleanse is there. And I think with the
Should
sun
be it.
now coming on in, Zeka will go down. They give the shutdown as well. Over to Pata. Coming on through, they're zoning away Kingen, but the paranoia.
G-Riz!
And they have vision of this. They stop the Baron damage, and G-Riz goes in. He's just gonna die. That's no smite here for the side of Hanwha Life. And it's Baron over to DRX. And now they're gonna make a stake their claim over this dragon as in goes Beryl. He is going to get the knock up here, but he is alone. And that's just Kingen as Everfrost used Paranoia as well. And once again, we go into a chaotic fight. Another stopwatch going to come through as the Pop Blossom doesn't hit much, but the Wombo, it begins! And it may just end with the Xayah, though. Patak's getting huge damage. Nobody able to get on top of him. Viper going in, but might just die for it as he has the all-out on top of him, gets taken out as the rest of the fight was in the lane. An incredibly messy one once again.
Too easily. You do have to stopwatch this time around. You do have flash. As Croco.
Yeah, just gonna face check Darrell. Had no idea he was in there. The damage not quite there, but Zeka on the chase, and the W is there from Viper, and there's the Pop Blossom. Gets the Feather Storm out of Patak, and the Blade Caller isn't even that great. Knocks away the Cassante, as Patak will stay alive for quite a long amount of time, actually, but it's still a one-team fight. The Hanwha Life Esports, I've been saying that a lot in this game. Rascal and Patak maybe looking to keep this Baron out of the hands of Hanwha Life Esports.
Oh, can he get the cancel? That would be big.
All right, gonna face check in. He does get the cancel. He's got Patak right behind him.
As long as you can deny those.
Kingen gonna get on in there. Fate was able to TP back into the fight, but Zeka looking for the angle. He's got Pop Blossom again somehow. As now Kingen just doing a good job of zoning him away, but the Pop Blossom is there. Patak has to flash, and it's Baron to the side of Hanwha Life Esports. They get the big objective, and now they will back away.
They should be able to get this, but can they actually get out?
Well, as you mentioned, they are not going to get it, though, as Grizzly finally has a good moment in this game. He's able to get one at the end here, as, yeah, it looks like Patak should be able to back, but it's just decimation. The Rift is littered with bodies at this point, so we have 39 kills in this game.
The Baron buff kind of surprises Rascal.
Rascal has a huge amount of MR, and he does have Stone Plate. He's going to proc that here. And the MR very crucial against Viper and Zeka at this point in time, as now they're going to find Beryl, but there is a Blast Cone. He is going to be able to hit it, but the damage from the roots coming in, and the Nico nearly takes him out. Ooh. The Q also dodged. Fate gets the charm here on the Grizzly.
As opposed to the team with only one. Fate.
Just going through, you know, it's my jungle. I should be fine, right? No, he's dead. And that is Fate gone. Minute left until the Dragon.
He'll be there.
Tell the papers. And the W's, like I mentioned, you know, they're not game ending, but they are certainly significant. As the damage is coming through, the Paranoia is in, but it is going to be stolen. The Pop Blossom is huge. It gets out of that backline as Patak, he has an LDR, but he does not have a health bar. As Fate desperately trying to take out Zeka, gets him down to his Zhonya's, but that is about it. I suppose he will kill him. Kingen and Grizzly opting into the 2v2, as we're going to have to zoom out real wide for this one if we want to catch all the action. Rocco and Rascal getting in onto Kingen, might have the damage. Grizzly, it looks like it's tickling them. There's Croco as well, just waiting for the GA. And yeah, I don't think Grizzly's got a chance here, as, okay, well, Fate might also be able to take out Life. As here comes Viper, gets the Zhonya's in. Thought it was stopwatch, it wasn't. Fate also on the run here, but I don't think you can get away from the Kai'Sa. R button just pressed to save some time. And DRX, you know, they denied the soul as well.
We got multiple people going in as Croco might die here.
He has no idea. Heartbreaker is going to be good. Gets him out, but the R button from Viper, he has some instincts. He's looking to kill as the burn. Oh! Will it be enough? No, Croco lives. And yep. All right, let's see it.
Fake Zeka.
This feels like a challenger's game at this point, but they find Patak in the back. He does get the Feather Storm off. The Q is not good, but he's still dead. As they use a lot, but the Pop Blossom follow-up is beautiful from Zeka. Gets the majority of the rest of the team as Beryl decides he's had enough. He's just going to run away, as it looks like maybe finally Hanwha Life Esports have done enough to win this game. They don't have Baron buff anymore, but the death timers are just so long. 43 minutes into this one.
That's got to be it. it's also only Rascal and Beryl, right? They don't really have an ability. We see the wave being pulled there towards the top side of the map. That doesn't matter. There's a bot side wave here. And everyone on Hanwha Life is still alive. Beryl, they're gonna try, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, well, he has a stopwatch, but he's dead. Paranoia is used as well as the wave is coming in, and Zeka's just keeping Rascal from backing, just consistently rooting him, just autoing him, just following him around the map, and Viper's just gonna join for the kill. They're like, you know what? Let's get the 49th, or actually 50th kill in this game. 50 kills in game 3, but it's Hanwha Life Esports. The big story, they move on to the next round of playoffs. They move into round 2 just to get number 50, as I think that's a boom boom damage vote I'd be okay with.
You'll allow it, right?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
This one time.
I think it's okay.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POG Interview Translation. We are here joined by Kingen, Grizzly, Zeka, Viper, and Life on the side of Hanwha Life Esports, who just advanced to the playoffs round 2 with a clean 3-0. Congratulations!
네, 오늘 3대0 승리를 거두셨습니다. 킹겐 선수, 하나생명 이렇게 해서
King, what a clean 3-0. You're able to advance to round 2, so how do you feel? Like, as much as we are targeting and aiming for the very top as a team, I feel like we were able to demonstrate such a clean victory that reflects our determination. And you showcase great Renekton and especially Aatrox plays as expected from someone who owns the skin. So, do you think this current meta is for you? I feel like it was a good thing that Aatrox got a buff. And I feel like all the buff and all the positive factors that we can get from utilizing Aatrox is actually very beneficial for our team. And you are the big game hunter, Kingen. What is your resolution for this upcoming big matches? I feel like as long as we are able to practice the team fight that we have in mind, ideally, we'll be able to go through all the big matches upcoming without any issue. And now next, Grizzly. This is your first playoffs after debut. So how do you feel about your the playoffs? Honestly, I didn't really expect it to be any different from any of those matches that I have played in the past on stage. So you are playing alongside with a lot of the Hyungs that have more best of 5 experiences. So did they help you loosen up? Kingen told me to not be scared, and as long as I stay confident, I will be able to do as well as I normally do. I feel like it really helped that I had a little bit of nerves this time around. And despite it being your first best of 5, you played out your role so amazingly well. What is your resolution for playoffs round 2? Our goal is to get a clean 3-0 in round 2 as well, and I hope that we can display a good performance to climb even further up. So I hope that we're able to achieve that.
제카 선수 오늘 진짜 니코 플레이가
Zeka,
정말 인상적이었습니다. 제카 선수 오늘
what a
정말 멋진 플레이를 많이
fantastic Nico play.
보여주셨는데요. 친정팀인 DRX를 상대로 승리를 거두고 2라운드에
Now,
진출했잖아요. 소감을
you guys were able to
들어보겠습니다.
advance to playoffs round 2 against your former team.
제가 사실
So how do you feel?
정배인 팀으로라는 게 좀 어색해서 처음에 아까 승부 예측 좀 나왔을 때
It was very awkward. It felt awkward being against my former team in the playoffs.
어색하다고 말씀해
It could have been,
오늘 같은 경기력이면
honestly, like
앞으로는
a
계속해서
variable
전무가
factor,
되지
but
않을까
I'm really glad that we were
싶습니다.
able to
그리고
win.
제카 선수 또 하나의 기쁜 소식이 있었습니다.
And Zeka,
플레이어 오브 더 스플릿, 그리고
You were
LCK
awarded
서드 팀
Player of the
수상을
Split
하셨는데요.
and
여기에 대한
LCK
소감도 한번
third
들어볼게요.
team. So how do you feel about those?
정규진에서 좀 그냥 잘했던 거라서 그냥 받은 거라 생각하고
I feel like
있고
those are just
플레이오프도 다른
awards that you
개념이라
get
생각해서
for
그렇게
playing well
플레이오프
in
잘하는 게
the regular
그래서
season,
오늘
and playoffs is
플레이오프
just
1라운드
completely
굉장히
different. So
파괴적인
I want
보여주신
to make
것
sure that I
같은데
focus on doing well in the
가면 이제
playoffs.
최정상 팀들과 다시 한번 맞붙게 됩니다.
Now,
어떻게
in round
준비하실
2, you
예정이신가요?
guys will face the
저희가
top
정규
team. So
시즌에서
how will you
KT나 이제 젠지
prepare?
상대로 좀 이긴 적이 없어서 좀
In the
걱정하실 수도
regular
있는데
season,
또
we
이제
haven't
플레이오프는
beat
정규 시즌이랑
KT
아예
or
다른
Genji
게임이라
yet,
생각해서
so
저희
I
준비
could be a
잘해서
little
이겨보도록
nervous, but
하겠습니다.
playoffs is
와, 팬분들을
a completely
안심
different story. So we'll
시켜주시는
make
또
sure that we
얘기까지
prepare
해주셨습니다.
well and
팬분들께서도
we
박수
deliver good
보내주시고
results
계신데요.
for all the
이어서
fans.
바이퍼 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 바이퍼
Next
선수
up
오늘
is
1세트 모두
Viper.
11위가 등장을 했습니다.
Viper, in games 1 and 2, we saw
Sivir.
Sivir. And
픽이 정규
uh,
시즌에는 많이 안 나왔었는데
you played
오늘 이렇게
Sivir
등장하는
in
이유
game
뭐라고
1, and the
생각하시나요?
opponent took her in game 2. It's not really a common pick throughout the regular season. So how did you guys end up picking her?
가질 수 있는 챔피언들이 좋은 것 같아서 계속 나오는
I
것
feel like
같고요.
champions that you can
상대가
push
할
and
줄은
wave
사실
clear
모르겠어서
while
나와서
your top side of the
해보니까
map is
그냥-
fighting.
그냥 그런 것
So
같아요,
I
아,
figured that
상체에서
this
뭔가를
would be the
만들어보고자
right
할때 좀
Sivir
봐주는
to
픽으로 좋은 것 같다는
play.
말씀해
So
주셨습니다.
this is
이제
more of
플레이오프
like a
2라운드에서
top side
KT 혹은 젠지와 맞붙게
pick
되잖아요,
that you
바이퍼 선수.
play around
혹시
for
바이퍼
basically
선수가 예상하기로는
your
어떤 팀이랑
team.
맞붙을 것 같으신지 궁금합니다.
So who between KT and Genji do you think you will play in the playoffs
누가 저희 골을
around 2?
모르겠고 누구랑 붙어도 사실
Honestly,
다
I can't say
이겨야 끝까지 갈수 있다
for
생각해서
sure.
크게 신경 쓰지 않고 있습니다.
아, 자신감 있는 모습 굉장히
We
보기
will
좋습니다.
have to
그리고 바이퍼 선수 그
beat
대전
whoever we are up
ICT
against
하셔야
next
하잖아요.
in the end
앞으로의
to reach the
플레이오프
top, so
목표
it doesn't
들어보도록
matter.
하겠습니다. 각오와 함께요.
앞서
And what is your
말했듯이
resolution
저희가
into
앞으로는 모든
round
팀을
2?
다 이길 수 있어야 끝까지 올라갈 수 있고 또 우승할 수 있다고 생각해서
We have to ensure that we beat
누구든
all
저희
the opponents
최선을
in
다해서
our
꼭
way
승리하도록
to
하겠습니다.
reach the top.
좋습니다. 목표 한
So
발에 이루는
we'll try our
하나씩
best
모습을
and
좀
make sure that we win the
기대해보도록
title.
하겠습니다. 마지막으로 라이프 선수 만나보겠습니다. 오늘 라이프
Lastly,
선수
Life.
첫 세트 노틸러스로 POG를 받을 만큼
In game
굉장히 좋은
1,
플레이를
you got
보여주셨습니다.
POG with
오늘 경기력
Nautilus
만족하실
with
것
such
같아요.
fantastic
어떠신가요?
performance. So, are you satisfied with today's performance? I feel like some parts went well for today, but there were a lot of mistakes, and I feel like we were ahead of ourselves in some parts.
아, 아쉬움은 좀
But in the end,
남은
there were more
말씀해주셨는데,
good
그러면
that came
DRX를
out
상대하면서
of
조금
today's
까다로운
match, so I'm
부분은
really
어떤
glad.
부분이었는지도 궁금합니다.
So what were some challenges against DRX? I feel like DRX has a really good color when it comes to their composition. So as long as we're able to communicate well and thoroughly during the drafting phase, I think that and being able to maintain our good condition throughout throughout the playoffs, I think we would be good. And KT and Genji are two teams that you have associated with in the past. Yeah, there are former players and coaching staff in both of those teams, but we'll make sure that we are the ones that come out on top, regardless who we're against. And Viper, back to you. General Manager Kesman was in the audience leading the chant with their fans. So did you hear? Yes, I did hear them. So would you like to thank your fans for cheering you on today?
감사하고 뭔가
Thank you so much for the support.
계시고 응원해 주시는 게 다 느껴져서 저희가 더 잘할 수 있을 것
We can
같고
feel your
다음
energy
경기도
and your
오늘
love
같이
towards
잘
us. So
이겨보겠습니다.
I think that's why we played so well, and we'll make sure to repay you by winning the next match. And congrats again. We're looking forward to your amazing performance in playoffs round 2. This will be the end of the interview with the players of the Hanwha Life Esports and Back to the Space.